Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm at a place called Anthelion Helicopters in Long Beach, California. Come join me as I learn how to fly a helicopter and earn my private pilot license.
Maybe a little slower then.
Yeah, just a little movements with your toes all the time round. There you go.
Oh, that almost looks like the real deal.
The reason I wanted to become a helicopter pilot, besides the cool factor, is there's just so many different jobs out there that you can do. Whether it's saving lives or picking up Christmas trees, there's nothing like it.
That was a good one.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to another video with Anthelion Helicopters. My name's Alex, the CEO of the company, and next to me in the hot seat is Aaron Cole, our student extraordinaire, and then behind me, moving my big head out of the way, is Ryan on the cameras with all the GoPros and putting all the magic together.
Well, number one energy, whiskey line, keep it track with what?
I'm going to turn the radio down a little bit here. So today we're really going to just talk a bit more about actually what it is to be a pilot, kind of why our motivations for being a pilot in the first place. Right from 500, then up to 700 now, Aaron, and then take us a left turn when we reach the river. So really, obviously myself and Aaron have very different perspectives. I've been flying for about 20 years now, and done lots of different jobs and thousands of hours, and Aaron is just starting out, so we're very, very different in that respect, but our love of flying is always still the same. Just watch your power there, we don't need 25 inches anymore, it's come out to 20 inches. There you go, 20 inches, 700 feet. And just give everyone a bit of flavour of that, so we'll do that for about 10 minutes and just talk about flying a little bit here, and then we'll go into do some traffic pattern work. And Aaron makes me feel like I'm on a roller coaster here with my flying. Alright. Gentle on the controls, Mr. Cole. Gentle on the controls.
Okay.
I just had my lunch, so I don't need to be eating while I'm lunch again.
Okay.
Right now. There you go. Alright, so just bring it back to 20 inches. Yep, you're looking good, 700 feet. So my story with flying, I learned actually ironically over in Torrance, even though I got it from English. And it was actually because of a book. For me I was reading a book, and there was this dude in the book who was a diver and a skydiver and a regular scuba diver, and I did both of those things at the time. This was, back in my early 20s. Okay. And he also was a helicopter pilot and a bit of a ladies' man, and I thought, being a 20-year-old, right, anything to get me the ladies is going to be a good thing. And so I thought, helicopter pilot, let's do it. So I opened the Yellow Pages, right, which back then was a friggin' big book, like that you could literally smack people over the head with.
Yeah. They drop it off once a year.
Yeah. I was living over in La Mita at the time, and the first helicopter school I came across was called Alex Air. I was like, it's fate, that's fate, it's got to be fate. So pulled it out, went down there, they're flying an old Hughes 269, old rust bucket from the Vietnam War era, used more oil than it did gas. And that was it for me. Just kept going after that. It's just every flight is different, and it just keeps me going day after day after day. So that's my brief story. What about you, Aaron? How about you want to fly? What's your deal with it?
For me, it was when I was a little kid. My dad told me a story. I was a little bit premature, not cooked enough, burned in the oven. You know what I mean? And
you don't say.
Yeah. And my dad told me a story how they were going to drive me up to Topeka because I was born in Wellington, Kansas.
Right.
And it was going to be a really long drive and kind of high risk. So my dad actually installed all the radios on the helicopter. And so he called one of his buddies up and said, can we take the helicopter? And so they gave me a ride, light flight all the way to Topeka.
Oh, nice.
And ever since then, I was like, helicopters kind of saved my life a little bit.
There you go. But you were in Marines as well, though, right? So you got to see helicopters in the military as well at the same time.
I got to see some really awesome operations. I actually landed in some really what do you call it, like just areas not a lot of people could land, not a lot of people know about, like forward operating bases and stuff.
FOBs, some hot LZs, And just bring us round over to the south of London, mate, so just keep us over, don't go too far over the water here, and then we'll just bring us round. I got the Southern on arrival at 700.
Perfect.
There was a mixture for you then. It was, number one, it kind of saved your ass to start when you're younger, and number two, when you're in the military, I'm sure when you rode it, you kind of thought, you know, I'd rather be up front flying these things rather than sit in the back.
Exactly. And I was a mechanic for the jet, the AVAV Harriers, but I like the fact that you could hover in those, but I still really like the helicopter better.
Yeah, those are hard to hover. Those Harriers are harder than helicopters to hover.
I can imagine.
Yeah, there's just those vectored thrust nozzles on there, right? I mean, the noise those things make when they're actually hovering is just immense. But
they're a loud aircraft.
Yeah.
I knew I was never going to get a chance to fly one of those.
Well, ironically for me, before I was, I thought about helicopters when I was 18 years old. I tried out for the Royal Air Force back in England.
Oh yeah, they have them too.
Yeah, well that's what our aircraft, right?
Yeah.
Originally, but I tried out for the Royal Air Force, and the thing I failed on was not the aptitude for flying, it was because I had allergies.
Oh.
So they said you don't want you sneezing at Mach 2 and then, you know, letting off your missiles accidentally. Alright, there's a Redondo down there, right? So let's bring us on the X there. Yeah, that was the end of my fixed wing career before it started when I was 18 years old.
It's going to be a straight up the time.
So I kind of thought, that boy, I'm done with this, done with aircraft, and then it wasn't until the early 2000s that
You think it was your allergies that switched you to helicopters versus...
Oh no, I mean at 18 years old I should have just not said anything. I said I had hay fever when I was 18, I didn't know any better, and that was it as far as the military was concerned. Alright, just a little bit, just fly right over the top here, just maintain 700. Yeah, the military, you know, they're black and white, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as they heard I had a hay fever, they're like, oh no. So I should have just not said anything, just keep us at 700. Ironically, but hey, you know, that was a long time ago, and I'm glad it worked out with helicopters, because I've done obviously a lot of jobs over the different years, and before Anthelion it was emergency medical.
Yeah.
Flying the EC-135, the BA-105, the 145, all that sort of stuff.
I feel like if I did something like that, I would be doing something for people, you know, like really making a difference.
Yeah, and it does, right? I mean, you know, EMS, obviously you want to get called in the worst situations, but every time you save a life, then it makes a difference. All right, start coming down to 500 feet now. Tower helicopter 74 Hotel Sierra, tank farm.
Hotel Sierra, pad 2, 3, or 4, clear to land.
Roger, we'll take pad 3, clear to land, 4 Hotel Sierra. Yeah, I mean, EMS, you are saving lives literally every day. I mean, the old adage of hurry up and wait was very true. We could go 3 days without flying at all, and then suddenly we'd fly all day. There was no rhyme or reason, but, you know, there was a huge sense of satisfaction when you know, that, hey, you've got a person survived, and you really contributed to that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And the flight was hard. You know, some of it was easy, but some of it, you talk about your hard to get into LZs. I mean, some of the stories I had from there, the places we got into, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we didn't have to park on a freeway. You know, we were out in the middle of nowhere.
I was on the freeway a lot for car wrecks. We had car wrecks, and then if you saw what I saw, you'd never text and drive ever again. Yeah. You know, when you get people constituted into a semi from texting and driving. But all right, so have you done this arrival yet for the pan?
For the pad, we're going to take a right in.
Yeah, so make sure you start slowing up a little bit here, so we don't come too hard. As soon as you cross 26 left here at 500, literally as soon as you take a hard right turn onto downwind, I want you to shoot what you would think is a normal approach to pad 3. Alright, we're coming across, just a little bit further straight, let's go across. Alright, now you can start making that turn there. Clear left, clear right, good, looking good. Yep, bank pretty hard here, right, keep it aligned with the corner of the Gulf Stream building right here. Now start descending, so landing checks, warning lights out, gauges green, pressure temperature's good. Start coming down. Always make sure you're hugging the corner of here, right? Because you see that guy coming from base to final on 26 left there? Yep. You don't want to make him crap his pants too much if we're getting too close. So, looking good. Again, clear yourself every single turn, right, left. Take us along Lakewood Boulevard here. As soon as you can, when you turn this corner, start looking at your pad, right? Remember, start looking at your pad, judge that distance and that approach angle as quickly as you can.
You want a normal approach?
Yeah, well, what you think is a normal approach anyway. Yeah, we'll see if it is a normal approach, of course, but what you would think is one. Well, left and right, you're looking good, about 300 feet. Everything's looking good in the green still, wind is negligible, just shoot me an approach. Yeah, so this is obviously, you know, what we'll do in a minute here, the next pattern, I'll show you an EMS approach just to illustrate what it was like in the EMS. I mean, those are pretty vertical approaches to when we were getting into very congested areas. Looking good, keep us coming slow, there you go, just slow us down. Alright. So you're still looking at the pad right now, right? So as you get a little bit closer here, start looking more ahead of you as well to get that perspective. What's that we're feeling right there?
We're coming at ETL.
Yeah, we are indeed. So just bear in mind your tail. Looking good. You can hear my voice vibrating. Got this vibrating along. Good. Now you should not be looking at that pad. Right, you should be looking at the hanger. There's the tail, right? There's the power climb for the tail. Just keep it coming down. Keep it coming down. Keep it nice and level now. We're not in a 20-foot hover. Keep coming down. There's a little vertical descent going on here. That was a little bit long, right? Just a little bit long here, hence this vertical descent. So again, it's just metering things as you're coming in. You're looking for your sight picture, thinking, I want the top of the dashboard, let's just say, for my approach profile here. All right, in the interest of not boiling alive here, let's just do a quick 360-degree clearing turn on the pad, and we'll do a normal takeoff, and then we'll come in and I'll do an EMS approach with you.
Okay.
So a steep approach, but it'll be a really steep approach from an EMS point of view, give you a bit of insight into it, and hopefully people watching a little bit more idea of the profile that we used to do with EMS. And then we'll do a max performance takeoff. Okay. After that, right? Okay. So we get EMS takeoff, right? We'll just do that, and then we'll head on back to the barn, and hopefully that'll be a wrap at that point, and give people a bit more insight into what we do and how we do it. All right, maybe just face her out. Yeah, Miss Face. All right, make it cool here. I've got the bottom toss here, pad 3 requesting left traffic.
Left traffic. Pad 3, quick kickoff, program.
Clear takeoff, clear left, pad 3, bottom toss here. Warning lights out, gauges in the green, pressure temperature's good. Smooth as a baby's bum, Aaron. Let's see, smooth as a baby's bum. Hover power is takeoff power, remember. Let's see if you could not pull any more than 22 inches. And just coax her forward, walk her forward, looking good, I like it. Nice and smooth, don't worry if it dips a little bit, there you go. You can see the tail start to waggle, now push forward, push forward, push forward, push forward without cycling, get that airspeed. Yeah, good. Keep it going, keep it going. Nice, coming up through 25 knots. I sound like a sports commentator at the same time because I'm talking so quickly. 35 knots, good. Now you can pull in that power, keep it climbing. That was really good. Right, you didn't pull more than 22, that's the finesse. That's required. Make sure we go to this side of this building here, to the right. You want to fly over the top of the building. Just think of it as a safety thing, right? Okay, that building's 100 feet high, or whatever it is, so if we have an issue right now, I got 100 feet less. Yeah, we could just sort it out, whereas I could rather land down here, we got 100 feet more. So, remember, altitude is our friend, or even in this case, relative altitude. Alright, clear left, clear right, let's start the crosswind turn. Okay. Yep, you good? Bring us up to 500, and then bring us on the downwind. So where do you want your career to take you in the future then?
I really think utility is kind of where I'm chasing a little bit. I kind of like that whole threading the needle kind of thing.
Yeah, I did utility for a while. It is. You'll be living out of a hotel a lot, but it's depending on what you're doing. If you're flying Christmas trees, or you're with that enormous blooming great saw on the bottom, and you're doing the hedges, or you're a heavy lift, right? In the Chinooks, or you're on the power lines like I was. I mean, the utility is obviously a very broad thing, right? For sure. Alright, just keep it at 20 inches. Looking good. 500 feet, cross 30 at 500. No one's coming at 30. I didn't see anyone on downwind for 26 left, which is good. And let's cross that at 500. As soon as we hit... No, there's someone's right on final right here. See that light? Yep. Yeah. Alright, start slowing down. Alright, actually I'll take control now.
You have control?
I got control. So I'm going to shoot more EMS profile here, right? Okay. So you'll get to see a little bit more of a steep approach. So what is the most important thing with a steep approach?
Slow.
Okay, and why? So if you're going slow, what's the danger?
You could come out of ETL.
Right, you can settle with power, right? So you have to know your wind direction. Right, it's especially important with steep approaches. You've got to know your wind direction because you do not want to come out of ETL. And it's really, you've got to be good at understanding ETL as well, that it is a two-phased thing with ETL, right? It's not just one vibration and you fall out of it. You really got to understand the mechanics of ETL. I've not really time to explain it here. Suffice to say, you do not want to settle. Obviously, right?
Absolutely.
So here we are. So we're going to start slowing down here. I'm just going to keep slowing down. So we're at 300 feet right now. So this is kind of would be a, coming into a normal steep approach profile, right? Yeah. We're actually going to keep it going. So why would, I'll ask you the question, why do you think we would do such steep approaches in EMS?
One, to clear obstacles, and two, you're probably getting a lot of mechanical turbulence and other kinds of turbulence.
Yeah, right. I mean, so a lot of it is obstacle clearance for sure, right? We're always flying the tail of the EMS like this, essentially, right? So we're coming down super freaking steep. Always bearing in mind the winds. And then right now, you see my descent rate is like 100 feet a minute, maybe barely. It requires a lot of power. You see, we're at 22, 23 inches.
Yeah.
But right now, when I'm coming in this slowly as well, I can almost double check my environment, right? If we had trees all around us, there might be a power line that I didn't see at 500 feet. But now, because I'm coming so slowly, I can see, and I can bail out. I know I've got more power if I need to, and bail out and get out of there, or move my tail, or alter my trajectory so I avoid it.
Yeah.
There's so many helicopter accidents are caused by hitting wires and wire strikes, and they're so flipping hard to see.
Yeah.
From 500 feet in the air. You know, you find the big ones at your LZ, but it's that little one that you didn't see that's running to someone's house with one single line that you missed.
Yeah.
And that's the one that will hit you on the tail, and that's the one that will cause a problem. Well, if you come down super slow and super steep, the chances are you'll see it and you'll avoid it.
Okay.
And be able to get out of there a lot quicker. So there you go, that's the steep approach right there. And by the same token, max performance takeoff, I mean, why do we do those things?
Same deal, to clear the obstacle. Yeah, it's really to clear obstacles.
Obstacle clearance, right? So what do we need to do? I mean, some people do a mag check for max performance takeoff. I'm not going to do one right now. They want to check the mags, but we checked the mags about 10 minutes ago, so.
For sure.
But what's the deal? What are we going to do with this?
Well, we're going to get into the wind, where we're into the wind, and then we're going to look at two different points, a point in front of you and a point to the side. We're going to try to keep it the attitude level, but also raise it up at the same spot where you're at. That way you're not backing up or going forward, or you run into a tree or...
How much power can I pull today?
Well, at least we have...
Look above your head. What can I pull, given the temperature?
Looks like we can...
Let's say it's 30 degrees.
Yeah, it looks like we can do...
Looking at the wrong one. There you go.
There you go, yep. Looking like we can do 25.3.
Okay, 25.3, so pretty much nearly to the red line in this thing, right? But yeah, so we can, a little bit of forward movement is okay to get ETL if we can, and obviously advisable if you can. You may not always be able to. Right. But you know, maybe even some sideways movements with a crosswind, you got obstacle clearance, but obviously rearward, you don't want that. So here we are coming around here into the wind. Let me just make a quick call to the tower. Long Beach Tower, Helicopter 4 Hotel Sierra, pad 3, requesting a takeoff and then joining the Westwater arrival to Lander Ross Aviation. We're just trying to do a max performance takeoff here.
Pad 3, call for takeoff. Let me know when you're back in line.
4 Hotel Sierra will be on the other side of the C-17, and we'll just come back in and join the Wardlow inbound from Ross.
Thanks for coming up last week, Alex.
4 Hotel Sierra. Alright, you want to come on the controls with me? Alright, so we're going to... we cannot go past the edge of here, right? We cannot do that. So, one lights up, gauge and marine pressure temperature's good. Let's pull her up. Let's ease her up. Up we go. I tend to even look out the side. Once I've got the power, I'm looking out the side to make sure I'm not creeping. Right. We're coming through 150 feet, which is normal for EMS. Now we're just going to keep the power the same. Ease her forward, ease her forward, ease her forward so we don't dip. Oh. There's a tail going through ETL, now we cleared, but now we can come up on the power a little bit, right? So 150 feet is generally what we do in EMS as well. Obstacle clearance, 150 foot straight up, which is exactly what we did then. So if you notice, I was looking out the side as well.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah, it was a trick, so you're not always looking forward, you're looking out the side, always again to reference what you're up to. Alright, you want to try and bring us in?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it just... on Juliet or around here and then...
No, actually, I'll swing it around here for a second, and we'll bring us in. Clear. Like that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You know, get the job done. Alright, you've got controls. So bring us around in, yeah, come along the normal approach now. Tower 4 Hotel Sierra, just inbound to Ross.
Thank you.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so you know, hopefully we try to mimic a little bit here, so yeah, make your turn. Keep your power in a little bit here so we don't settle too much in the turn, slow us up, because that windsock's broken on the corner of Ross there, isn't it?
The whole week it has been.
Is it? It's last week, all those crazy ass winds just blowing it out everywhere. Alright, looking good, you clear nothing on the runway and taxiway, just bring around, keep slowing us up here. We're a little bit. So you're going to make us do an EMS approach, aren't you? Again, here, look at this. ATPL, so let's keep it forward. Alright, so pull it tight. Like this, pull that power in early now. Right. Yeah, we pulled the power in really early because I knew it was super steep.
Yeah.
Right. We're doing it early as well so we don't get caught up by the tail rotor and then just let it settle down like this. You get what I mean, Jelly Bean? Alright, there we go. Looking good. Alright, take us into the spot. Also gets us out of the sun a little bit as well so we don't stop sweating as much. How you doing back there, Ryan? Doing good. Alright, looking good. Over the spot, let's do that. Left pedal turn on the power pedal. Round we go. Alright, keep those eyes outside, nice and smooth, almost just breathe out and release it down. And with the 44, the skids are by your knees. Not like the 22 where they're in front of you. Looking good, and we are down. Good job. Oh, nice. Beginner's luck. Alright, center that cycle. There you go. Alright, let's roll it down. I think I'm opening my door, it's too small. Okay. Alright, I got controls.
Yeah, controls.
Yeah, good job.
Appreciate it.
Alright, so... Yeah, I mean, obviously we both got into flying for different reasons, right? I think our motivations are different, but similar in some ways. We don't want to sit by the desk.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I don't want to sit by the desk, and you want every day to be different, every day to be challenging, and you know, hopefully being a pilot gets the ladies as well, right? You know, I'll ask my wife about that.
I need to do something.
Yeah, right. Alright guys, well hopefully you guys learned a little bit from me and Aaron on our motivations for flying and why we did it today. And obviously different backgrounds, but we both love flying, we both want to all we want to do, and you know, Aaron will probably be doing it for a lot longer after me, so you know, good luck to him and his career, and give you a lot of insight as well into you know, actually the better world of an EMS approach or a steep approach, and a max performance takeoff at the end, and then a normal approach and normal takeoff in the pan here at Long Beach Airport. Long Beach Airport is a pretty good airport, very unique because it is an enclosed traffic pad. So from a flight instruction and safety point of view, we love it because everything is inside the airport and we're not outside over you know, an estate or houses or anything like that. So from a safety point of view, it's ideal. Obviously, please comment in the sections below if there are any questions you have about what we're doing today and what we covered, about what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for some more. So from Alex and Aaron at Anthelion Helicopters and Ryan in the back, guys have a good day out there. Stay safe.